Hey, what's going on there, Dice Rolls? Paul here, and I'll be your DM for a while. And today, I want to talk to you about the 9 organizations for wizards that you can drop into any of your adventures or campaigns that you may be running right now. But before we get into that, I want to encourage you that if you're brand new here to the channel, thank you so much for being a part today. Thanks for dropping by. Would love for you to be part of the community and the conversation, so be sure to go and click that subscribe button down there, and you'll get videos like this in your inbox on a regular basis. I'm also using an older camera today, a camera that I've used in the past for other things, but I'm using it today. It's my Lumix camera instead of using my iPhone here. So if you're enjoying the quality more so, please let me know down in the comments whether you like this or maybe you like the iPhone better. I'm just trying things out. So today we're talking about the 9 organizations for wizards, and I get this from the AD&D, the Complete Wizards Handbook, which I got real super cheap. I think I got it for $15 at a used bookstore, and so I was thrilled to get it. I have a couple more that I may be going through and sharing some ideas with you. But today, and I think this is fun to do because, you know, when you need an organization or a guild or something like that, sometimes we're like, well, is there anywhere in the city I can get X? Is there anything I can do? And then sometimes as a DM, we're like, oh my goodness, he wants something. What does he want? Well, you can have these kind of on standby. And also, I think it adds a little value to the role play, because now you get to make up another character, and they can negotiate, they can, dicker back and forth, they can, all those kind of things. In fact, you could have them your wizards in the group actually join, the various plays, give them like a little card, right, to join an organization and be a part of it, where he can take that from town to town and show his card. You can actually physically make the cards. That'd be kind of fun. But let me give you the 9 organizations, and you tell me what you think down in the comments, which ones you like best. Number 1, the Brother of Alchemy. That is about hard-to-find research supplies and lab equipment. So if your wizard is needing components or something like that, maybe there's a Brotherhood of Alchemy where you show up to a trade show, or you could have a swap meet of some kind going on where there are different supplies going on. That'd be kind of fun. Number 2, Legal Defense Front. Which provides legal defense funds for expert witnesses for wizards accused of unlawful activity. Now, with Dragonlance coming out, this might be really good to have in your Dragonlance setting, because unless you're a worshiper of the high sorcery, they're your patrons and so forth, they don't like you very much. So a legal defense front might be kind of fun to have. Number 3, the Silver Swan Club, and this is just a club for single wizards. So maybe you have a single wizard, not married, no family, and they just want to go out and swing. All kinds of chaos could happen there. Number 4, Wizards Liberation Society, which is basically a lobbying group for wizards. So it's to get more rights for wizards in your campaign. Once again, could work out really well for Dragonlance. Number 6 is the Foes of the Wand. And this is basically those who oppose the use of magical wands and magical items. They don't like them. They're very old school. Use your hands only. They look down upon people who use things like that. They just do spells only. That could come into play if your wizard has a wand or something like that. And there's a wizard in town that wants to bring accusation or just start an argument in the tavern about their wands and whatever they maybe have, right? Let's see, number 7, Diviners Syndicate, which I like the name of that already, the Diviners Syndicate. And basically they sell predictions, advice, omens, and offer interpretations to members that are a part of the syndicate. And so if you're needing some information or something like that, well, you can go visit the Diviner Syndicate, and they could maybe tell you a little bit about the future. They could, interpret omens, things like that. That sounds like just a fun thing to put in there, especially if your players aren't getting some of your clues there. They could go visit the Diviner Syndicate and maybe get some answers there. Number 8 is the Center for Monster Control. Boy, I really like this one. It supplies information on magical monsters. So if there is a Center for Monster Control, which is kind of a misnomer in a way, because they're telling you information, but I would like to see a Center for Monster Control that is made up of wizards who kind of run it, who deal with magical monsters, but they actually go out and go fight. Like if there's like pest control in the city, but it's monster control, kind of like Ghostbusters in a way, where if there's a monster in your neighborhood, man, call the Center for Monster Control, and then your players could be a part of that and actually go on little missions where monsters start popping up all kinds of places in the city. Number 9 is the League of Extraplanar Wizards, and basically they supply information on the planes, and they, there could be access to the planes, there could be spells for the planes, there could be, you go there because you want to be transported somewhere else. That would cost a lot of money, of course. But basically, it could be like a traveling service, right? Like you could say, hey, we'd like to book 6 to go to, the Plane of Fire, something like that, right? Could be a lot of fun in doing the travel arrangements and how they do that. And then the last one is the Fellowship of Sages, and that is basically a library of information, advice, and counsel. So it's just a Fellowship of Sages. It could take place in a library, could take place in a tavern. It could just have this kind of like a meetup aspect where there's really no center that you go to, but it's more like a meetup, like you see it on the board, say, hey, Fellowships of Sages, meet today, 2:00 at the tavern. And basically you could show up and, talk to folks about, what it is they're interested in, and find out some information about the city or about spells or about other things like that. And I just think it's cool. I think that, dropping an organization like this into your group could provide a lot of fun. You could also make this into a rollable list, so a 1d10, and say, okay, we're going to roll to see what kind of wizard organization is going to be in here. And you do it, and boom, there you go. That's what's in this particular town, and you can have access to it. So that's it. I would love to hear from you. Which one of these organizations is going to be for you? What would you like to drop down into your city or your town? I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment down below. But that's it for today, guys. Appreciate you guys being a part here. Be sure to go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Let's know you like the video and you want more of them. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.